From CGI's Joe Pipe. Breaking news from the trial of Pope Francis issued by the Citizen Prosecutor's Office, Brussels, Wednesday, June 11, 2nd. In this report, Irish babies may have been ritually murdered. New eyewitnesses in Ireland and Holland describe more Ninth Circle killings. Named George Soros, Prince Friso and Dutch Prime Minister. Direct action units prepare to shut down Ninth Circle rituals at Montreal and Dublin churches. Canadian common law courts convene under the authority of a new republic. Child rape not a crime in Catholicism. Archbishop's admission to American court is a wake-up call to why it all must end. To Ireland and Brussels. The remains of nearly 800 babies found in a cistern at the Catholic St. Mary's Mothers and Babies Home near to bear marks of ritual killing according to a source within the Garda, Ireland's police force. The forensic people have told us that the configuration of the remains and evidence of continual decapitation and dismemberment resemble the usual signs of ritualistic murder. These children weren't just cut up, they were massacred. The Irish government and Roman Catholic Church have announced their own in-house investigation of the mass grave, and have closed off the site without declaring it to be a crime scene, the standard procedure in any institutional cover-up. Hundreds of protesters marched in Dublin today to the Irish Dáil, or Parliament, demanding a full inquiry with the power to prosecute. Meanwhile, as the common law trial of Pope Francis and others for child trafficking and murder proceeds in Brussels, a new Dutch witness has shed more light on the Ninth Circle satanic network and its links to child killings in England, Belgium and Ireland. The witness, a retired public official, has named 9 top judges, politicians, Bilderberger member George Soros and Prince Friso, the brother of the present King of Holland, as participants in killings of children she observed in Oudegem, Belgium and Zwolle, Holland during 1996 and 2000. The witness gave her videotaped testimony last Monday to court investigators. In some woods near Oudegem, they hunted those naked children through the forest and shot them down. Then they cut off the penises of the dead boys and held them up as trophies. I saw Belgian soldiers patrolling the woods and protecting the men who did the hunting, men like Prince Friso, King Albert of Belgium and Mark Rutte, the Prime Minister. I recognized George Soros in the hunting party too, you know. The billionaire. He is good friends with Friso's wife, Mabel Wiss-Smit. Friso, younger brother to Dutch King Willem, died suddenly in a hospital last year while recovering from a skiing accident. His death came just before the public exposure of high-level child murder by former Belgian Member of Parliament Laurent Louis. The witness also described the presence of a Catholic prelate at a separate murder of 3 teenage juvenile offenders near Zwolle, Holland in 2004. A criminal syndicate called the Octopus provides the children by taking them from juvenile detention centers. There were 3 of them that day, 2 boys and a girl. All of them were raped and tortured to death at a house near Zwolle owned by the gangsters. Friso was there, and some Catholic prelate I didn't recognize because he spoke English. But I remember Friso calling him the Irishman, and he also referred to the 9 or the group of 9 or something. The witness was present at the killings and is a former member of the alleged Octopus crime syndicate that controls the drug trade in Holland and Belgium. She is the 4th insider to come forward to describe ritual killings by top officials in the Netherlands and Belgium. Ninth Circle rituals targeted for shutdown, Montreal and Dublin. Professionally trained sheriffs are preparing to shut down planned Ninth Circle sacrificial rituals at Catholic churches in Montreal, Canada and Dublin, Ireland this summer and autumn, and arrest and charge the participants with murder. The sheriffs are presently undergoing training within direct action units established by the Common Law Court of Justice in Brussels, and its dozens of local affiliates. A statement from the court's sheriff's office reads, "We are targeting 2 cathedrals where the Ninth Circle ritual killing of babies are scheduled to take place on August 15th and at the new moon in September, those being Pro Cathedral in Dublin and Marie Reine du Monde Cathedral in Montreal. Everyone present will be arrested and arraigned before the court for suspected child murder. We will use every force that's necessary to save the lives of those children." The sheriff's office will be notifying the Garda police in Dublin of their intentions and calling upon their assistance. In Montreal, the regular police, as agents of the criminally convicted Crown of England, will be ordered to stand down and not interfere with the sheriff's actions, and will be charged with criminal collusion and obstructing justice if they do interfere. A new republic in Canada, common law courts to receive constitutional legitimacy, Winnipeg. In the wake of last year's criminal conviction and lawful annulment of Canada's head of state, Elizabeth Windsor, for crimes against humanity. Patriots across Canada are gathering in Winnipeg this October at a constitutional convention to establish a sovereign republic in Canada to replace so-called Crown authority. The convention will issue a proclamation of independence and a constitution to be ratified by the people of Canada. It will also provide a legitimate basis for the establishment of de jure common law courts of record across Canada. Kevin Annett, an advisor to the Winnipeg-based Provisional Council for the Republic, said today in a joint statement with Council Chairman Cameron Shields, "One woman in London, Elizabeth Windsor, owns all of the lands and minerals of our country and has murdered and can murder children at her pleasure. She also calls herself the head of state of Canada. We will not live under such tyranny any longer, nor allow our children to. Under the law, there is no lawful authority in Canada any longer. We must create that authority and come under the rule of common law, and a true republic. We ask every Canadian to join us." The convention will take place between October the 27th to the 31st, 2014. It will establish the constitutional basis for common law courts in Canada and for the legal disestablishment of the Crown of England and its sponsor, the Church of Rome. The Council has issued a draft proclamation and constitution to convention delegates. To receive a copy and attend the convention, contact the Council at republicofcanada@gmail.com. A final comment: child rape not a crime in Catholicism. Archbishop's admission is a wake-up call. Catholic Archbishop Robert Carlson stated this week to American lawyers that he was not aware that child rape is a crime. Carlson is responsible for the concealment of priestly child trafficking in his Minneapolis diocese as far back as 1980. NBC News, June 10, 2014. Carlson's outrageous remarks are not an aberration or a cause to simply be outraged. They are in fact an honest description of official Catholic policy and attitude. The rape of children is not a crime under Catholic canon law. See crime and solicitation as www.hiddenalonger.com, Appendix 9, nor according to the depraved values of Catholic clergy and officials. When Carlson expresses doubt over whether it's wrong to rape a child, we should hardly be surprised. He has been raised in a religious culture that condones and belittles the crime because it profits massively from it to the tune of a multi-billion-dollar a year in-house child trafficking industry. How long would any politician last if he made Carlson's remark? The Church of Rome, of course, can get away with murder and this kind of obscenity, and does, all the time. So why is the world tolerating the continued existence of this church, the worst child-killing institution in human history? Give your answer in the streets, not simply in your reawakened outrage. ITX.org